Good day everyone, I am Pauline Nicole Anilongo, your instructor for today's discussion. Welcome to EDUC 11 Technology for Teaching and Learning 2. How are you today? I hope that you are all doing great, safe and sound wherever you are. Okay, so before we start our topic, I want you to watch this short video which is related to our topic and it will give you an idea about what are we going to discuss for today. So the video is all about the editing and the kind of application is being used, wherein it is different from what we usually know, which is more simpler and basic, while this one can make our output more creative and competitive. And it has to do with the application, because the better application you use, the better outcome you can produce. And later on, you will know more about this application being used in this editing. So everyone, our topic for today is all about maximizing the use of Adobe Photoshop for teaching and learning, focusing on making illustration art using Adobe Photoshop. So we are about to know what else can Adobe Photoshop can share and give with us that is not just limited to what we know about it. So let's proceed. Okay, but before that, we have here the learning objectives for today's discussion. At the end of the discussion, the students should be able to define Adobe Photoshop as a tool for teaching and learning, identify the basic features of Adobe Photoshop, provide example of Adobe Photoshop illustration art, demonstrate how to make illustration art using Adobe Photoshop, and last, appreciate the value of Adobe Photoshop for teaching and learning. Okay, so now let's talk about first what is Adobe Photoshop. It is a software that is extensively used for raster image editing, graphic design, and digital art. So when we say extensively, it is a wide range area or a large area. So meaning it is a software that is not only focusing on a specific part of your image or object, but it covers the whole part or objects that you are editing. So whatever you wanted to do with your image or objects, you can do it here with this application. Because it is not limited to what we just only know about it. It has many features that we can use in editing our image and make our work more creative and better. So Adobe Photoshop has a pixel-based image which is composed of small color of square. We also have a raster-based image, a image file format that is made of pixel, which are small blocks of color, very detailed type of image, and every small detail of it is important to have a good result of raster image. And of course, the vector image, and composed of series of points with lines that join this together. So now, let's talk about the basic features of Adobe Photoshop. So it has a collaboration tools, wherein it allows you and other artists to edit the same project and image. At the same time, it helps to get and give feedbacks in a fastest way in your app. Next, it also allows you to share your work with others once you are done editing and let them see the whole finished product of what you did. Then we also have the custom brushes. In using Adobe Photoshop, it has many brushes that you can use depending what is needed on your work. It can help you find that suits your work by simply choosing the type of brushes that you want to use. Next is the content import and export. It allows you to input at the same time save your work depending on what you needed. For example, you can save it as your document, as a image, as a PDF and other. And you can find it in your device already. So last but not the least is the layers. It is the most basic at the same time very important part of Adobe Photoshop because it helps you to lessen the mistake and save your work from deleting the entire of it. Because you can only delete a specific layer that you did wrong and you don't have to delete the entire edited image that you did. So that are the basic feature of Adobe Photoshop. And all of it are really essential in making and editing and creating our work more creative and better. So now, let's move forward to the different examples of Adobe Photoshop illustration art that we can also use for our teaching and learning journey. Okay, so we have here the flyers and menu card made by Adobe Photoshop, wherein we can use it not only for our academic but also for our career and for our business. We also have a magazine, a book cover by Adobe Photoshop, wherein we can easily create a creative and more realistic cover for our work. And then we have a poster design and logo that we can use in promoting our product, at the same time to use it by catching our viewers' attention by having a good visual art. Especially that we are a future teacher, having a good visual art can make your students more engaged in what you are teaching. Okay, so I have here my demonstration video. Please watch my demonstration video on how to make illustration art in Adobe Photoshop for you to have an idea how does Adobe Photoshop work and how it creates our work into a real and creative one. Hi everyone! Again, I am Miss Pauline Nicole Onilongo and welcome to my demonstration video. Today, I'm going to show you how to make illustration art using Adobe Photoshop, wherein I'm going to show you how to create a poster design using this application. So, let's get started.
Okay, so welcome to Adobe Photoshop everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make a strawberry poster design using Adobe Photoshop. So the first thing that we need to do is to click a new file, then click Art and Illustration and go to Poster because we're going to create a poster design. Just click Create and let's just wait until it opens. So once it is opened, you will see the interface of the Adobe Photoshop. So the first thing that we need to do is to change the color of the page so that it will be more attractive and appealing to the eye of the viewers. So you can choose whatever color you want depending on what you're going to do. Okay, so once you're done choosing color, just go to Edit, find Fill, and just click OK in the foreground color. And there you go, we already changed our page color. Okay, so we're going to add another detail to our work. Just click New Layer and click OK. Okay, so after that, let's just switch this color. Click the brush tool and you can easily change your sizes of your brush depending on what you wanted to use, and just easily tap the page where you wanted your another color to be added. So next, click File, then Open, and then let's find our main subject, which is the strawberry, because we're going to create a strawberry poster design. Okay, so let's just separate it from its background. Click Quick Selection tool and tap the subject and then click the Select Subject. So let's just wait until it's done selecting the subject. Okay, so after that, click this Move tool on the upper part and then click the subject and let's just drag it on the first page that we create a while ago. So just resize your subject depending on what size that you wanted. So once you are done, let's make it more creative and realistic. Click Pen tool and then click anywhere in the part of your subject that you wanted to be cut or slice. and then right click, find make selection, click OK, and then go to rectangular marquee tool, click your current layer, and then right click again, find layer via cut. Okay, so after that, click this move tool, hold the subject and move it, and you will already see that it is being sliced and cut. All you have to do is to repeat the same process that we did earlier until you get your desired number of slices to your object. So let's make it more realistic. Click elliptical tool and create a shape into your subject, and then right click, find transform selection so that you can freely move your shapes according to the shape of your subject, and it will combine well later. After you're done fixing it, just double tap it to hold the position and go to color, and then just simply tap the subject so that you will get the same color to be used, and then click OK, then go to edit, click fill, and then click OK again, and there you go, you got the same color from your subject. So again, all you have to do is to repeat the same process that we did earlier. Okay, so after that, click the brush tool and then click the color. Get the same color from your subject and then tap below your subject so that you can create a shadow, and then just resize it according to your desired size to make it more creative and realistic. Okay, so now we are done editing our strawberry poster design. All we need to do now is to save our work. Just go to File and then look for Export. And then after that, just click Export As. And then we just need to wait after it is done processing. Okay, so once it is done, just click Export and then rename your work. So let's just name it as Adobe Photoshop Poster Design, and then click Save. So it will already save to your device. Okay, so that's all for today's video. I hope that you learned something. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Have a great day. Okay, so I hope that after watching my video, you learn from it. And I am hoping too that it will help you and apply what you learned when you wanted to create and be more creative. Okay, so let's have a summary to what we discussed today, which is all about the maximizing the use of Adobe Photoshop, focusing on how to make illustration art in Adobe Photoshop. How does it works and how it helps our simple art into more creative and realistic one. With this application, we can have a good quality of digital art, and it's not only for our hobbies, but we can also use it for our teaching and learning as an instrument for us to create and to have a better work of art through digital. So thank you so much for listening for today's discussion. I hope that you learn and gain something from me that you can use and apply on your own. Again, I am Miss Pauline Nicole Unilongo, your instructor for today. Thank you so much and God bless.